How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be doing a tier list of some of the best gig jobs that you guys could work right now. Obviously this list isn't like complete, we're just doing most of the ones that I actually know about. So if there's an app that you would like to add to this video for like a part 2 sometime, make sure you guys leave it in the comment section down below. So here is our list. We're going to go through these one by one. Obviously with tier list, S is the best, F is the worst, and C is just somewhere in the middle. Basically, I was trying to come up with a video idea that would not require a ton of editing, and I landed on this video idea. I think it's going to be pretty fun, but yeah, we're leaving for vacation in a couple of hours. We still need a pack, but we still got to make this video. We got to start with Instacart, because that is kind of like what my channel is mostly based on. So let's just go ahead and dump it straight in the F tier where it belongs. Just kidding. Instacart used to be S tier, I would say, during the cough disease. Lately, with all like the new CEOs and the updates, it's been getting really bad, and the base pay is trash for what it actually is. I don't know, it's kind of confusing because yes, you can make a lot of money with it, but your overall experience with Instacart might be pretty poor. I'm gonna throw it somewhere in the middle, I believe, either C or D. Because yes, you can make bank, but it's also just annoying to work for this company. The only thing good about it is the customers. They tip very well on Instacart for some reason. Yeah, we're gonna keep it at C tier. It's a alright app for now. Alright, so next up is an app called Shipt. It's very similar to Instacart. You shop for groceries. This is an interesting one because they don't require a tip up front. You tip afterwards, just like most service jobs. But this makes it so you do a lot of orders and a lot of driving for customers that don't tip. It's really hard to tell if high mile orders are going to be worth it or not. But on the bright side, Shipt has pretty good base pay. It's a lot higher than Instacart, sometimes like double, triple. I'm going to go ahead. I think Shipt deserves A tier. I think it's a pretty good app. I like them. All right, next up is a app that I'm not approved for yet, but I watch a lot of videos on this one. This is Walmart Spark. The app is pretty new. It's not set up like in the best way. It's a little confusing, but the pay is ridiculous for what it is. Basically, it's Instacart pay and tips without having to actually shop. We're just gonna throw that in S tier. I haven't even been able to try them yet, but I've heard amazing things about Spark. Unfortunately, there's a huge waiting list because all these other gig apps are kind of just paying poorly right now, and Spark has been doing great, so everyone's flooding their app right now. Hopefully you guys recognize this logo. This is Corner Shop, so this is Uber's version of the grocery service, similar to Instacart, Shipt, Spark, all that. I've heard good things about this one. The pay's pretty good, and you can do Costco with Corner Shop. So it's a pretty decent app. I'm on their waiting list. I've been on their waiting list for a long time, but I know a bunch of gig YouTubers that enjoy this app, and I think it belongs up in the A tier as well. As always, if you guys disagree with how I have this listed, feel free to make your own tier list down below. You guys could copy and paste my comment and use it as like a tier system. All right, next up is the app called Roadie. This is another one that I haven't tried, but I've watched a lot of videos on it. This is a weird app and potentially could be a lot of miles. Basically, you're going to stores and picking up items like a carrier service or courier, whatever the word is. It's similar to Point Pickup down there as well. I've heard decent things about this, but from what I've seen, the biggest problem is just a lack of orders. Might be something that you guys could multi-app with, but as far as just using it as a standalone app, I don't think you can do it. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I've seen online. We're gonna go ahead, throw it down in D tier. All right, Amazon Flex is a great app. I have it. I haven't messed with it much yet. There's a bunch of different Amazon Flex orders that you can take. You guys could do Whole Foods. You could do like their Prime Now or just their normal like package delivery service. The Whole Food orders are really nice because customers can tip on top of the pay, and it could be very, very lucrative. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one up in A tier because I think it is a great app, and I've seen a lot of people make some serious money with this one. All right, Point Pickup seems to be a bit more popular in my area than some of these other apps, but it's very similar to Roadie, where you're just going into stores, you're picking up something and you're dropping it off. These aren't groceries. It could be like you going to Home Depot and picking up like a light or some light bulbs, something like that for someone that lives a bit away. I've heard better things about Point Pickup. I've seen people make more money with this app as well, but I don't know if you can use this as a standalone. So I'm going to throw it in C tier just because I don't think it's the best, but it's not the worst. This one you guys might not recognize. This is kind of just for Texas. Our local grocery store is called HEB, has this app called Favor or Runner, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's how they get their groceries delivered around here. So someone could place an order through HEB and the Favor driver will go deliver it. Just pick it up at curbside, and it's very similar to Spark or DoorDash if you're doing those Walmart orders. This can be lucrative, but you guys don't really get to see what the tip's gonna be until you deliver it. So some days I've made like 30 bucks in 30 minutes, and some days it's like $8 in an hour. It's not consistent enough to be like a standalone app. It's one of those things that you would probably multi-app with if, say, Instacart or Shipt was slow. With this app, you can also do food orders similar to DoorDash or these other three down here, but it's not my favorite. And I think it belongs down here in E, just because yesterday I worked on it for several hours and I was only averaging $8 an hour, which isn't the greatest. All right, Grubhub, you guys probably have seen this app around. Counting Currency, his channel, he did a lot of Grubhub and Instacart. He seemed to really enjoy it, but a lot of these vary by market. I'm going to go ahead and say that Grubhub is a B tier. Oh my. All right, let's throw Grubhub down here in B. All right, so these last two really vary on your market. So some places UberEats is the app, some places DoorDash is the app, some place Grubhub's the app. Around here, UberEats is really good. I've heard that they've had great promotions, so people have been making bank on UberEats as a standalone app, and I think it's pretty consistent. We're just gonna keep it up here at B tier. All right, next up. Everyone's favorite, DoorDash. I've done a lot of DoorDash in my time, not as much as some people, but it was my main app for a little. If I want to mix things up, DoorDash is always pretty consistent. Not the craziest hourly rate, it's pretty grindy, but it is alright. You can do those Walmart orders, so some of those can be pretty lucrative and not intensive. If you guys watch Nugs or Moore's Finance, you'll see that there's a lot of stuff wrong with DoorDash. They have pretty crappy base pay, they're not very transparent, and they're always messing with the app. DoorDash used to be amazing, and a lot of people use them. It's probably the most popular gig app around, but it's not the greatest. I think with DoorDash, I would probably put it either C or D. I don't think any of these were bad enough to go in F. I think Instacart might just be slightly better. I'm gonna do DoorDash. No, I think DoorDash belongs in C. I think this will be our finalized list. I feel like I need to add an app just so I could throw one in the F tier. Alright guys, there you have it. The gig app tier list. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.